What's up, everyone? Back here with another comic book review. I've got Avengers issue 44, or legacy numbering 744. Gonna get right into this. This is the finale to this Phoenix story arc, this 5-issue story arc, and it is, or Enter the Phoenix, where it's pretty much about all the Avengers among some other characters duking it out and deciding who will be in possession of the Phoenix Force now. I don't know why they need to fight each other to decide this, but that's the way it is. I'm going to be pretty critical of this because it was pretty rough to get through. It was garbage. Jason Aaron is not good at writing the Avengers. I remember when that got announced a few years ago, I was the boy who cried wolf and said, no, this is going to be so bad. And then all you suckers had to find out the hard way. And gonna get right into it. It's got art by Javier Garrón, who I was first introduced to a few years ago for the X-Men vs. Inhumans event, where he traded off art actually with cover artist for this comic, Leinil Francis Yu. And I liked Leinil Yu's art better for that book than Javier Garrón. So every time it switched back to Javier Garrón, I actually got irritated. But I think he's gotten a lot better now. He's just been given kind of a crap script to work with. But basically, for all you people who say, oh my gosh, you can't just jump in here in the middle or at the end of the story. And I say, yes, I can. There's a recap because Marvel Comics usually have those. So basically it's saying that there's only 6 combatants left who are going to be duking it out. And this is going to be a spoiler review, by the way. And I'm going to show you how this is an example of editors not doing their jobs and an artist and colorist who are making a book that is actually hard to look at. Please look at the screen. This is what it pretty much looks like throughout this entire comic. You really can't make sense of what is happening. There's a lot of fire. Javier Garrón is tasked with using basically just fire to convey motion in everything. And except for this very stiff-looking sidekick from Captain America, got this really, really cheesy dialogue. You've been working on your sidekick, Captain. Really flat dialogue. And even the colorist, digital coloring today, they have pretty much an unlimited selection to go off of. It's just an endless color palette, and it's all just orange and red. So if you don't know, in the current Avengers comic, Jason Aaron put their new base of operations inside the body of a Celestial at the North Pole and called it Avengers Mountain. Yeah, I'm going to let that sit with you for a while. But pretty much, I don't know where the editor is at. This fight scene is not flowing together really well down the side of the building, or the head. And then they're climbing up the side, and then they're kind of running and fighting on the side, and then they're flying up above it, except it's all that is kind of happening in between panels, and then they're just kind of talking right now. I don't know why he made Black Panther look so old in this panel right here either. Pretty much Black Panther is saying there has to be a Phoenix. Captain America is saying, why does there have to be a Phoenix? So they're just kind of squabbling, arguing. I don't know if Jason Aaron gets their personalities quite right. It's been a while since I read one of his crap Avengers comics. Then you got Black Widow and Shauna the She-Devil duking it out at the New York Harbor. And kind of confusing panel right here. She stabbed her in the back with this flaming spear and then pulls it out. I couldn't tell if she's just holding it or stabs her again in like the leg or something with it. And you have a similar streak of blood coming out that way. I don't know why it's going that way. It's trying to create this symmetrical, balanced picture, but it's just not working. And you got that face. I'll let that sit with you for a while. You got She-Hulk and Submariner duking it out in Moscow. They're having like this mid-air battle. I'm imagining, since they're powered up by the Phoenix right now, they're just going extremely fast, shooting fire at each other, blasting away at each other. And you got Phoenix charge She-Hulk. She looks like that these days. That just looks great. Great design work, yeah. No, it's not. It looks horrible. Submariner looks like that. You know, I don't recall Jean Grey's appearance changing that much when she was in possession of the Phoenix. But then there's even this part where She-Hulk rips the Submariner's friggin' arms off. Look at that face. That's a dude. That is the face of a man. And then she beats him with his own arms. I was like, is this Mortal Kombat? It actually made me laugh because of how stupid it was. For some reason, it's cool in Mortal Kombat. It's stupid in this. And then the arms just float back to Submariner. And they're all going crazy. They're all power mad. And back here, Captain Marvel, I think, it looks like she's trying to use her powers to hold the actual Phoenix, who is manifested into this giant fire chicken. She's trying to hold it still so that Iron Man can tap into the giant Celestial and use a giant hand laser to blast it away. Looks like he's trying to hold it still too. That's Robbie Reyes, the Mexican Ghost Rider who drives the Charger. Yeah, I don't know why that was like the first thing Jason Aaron did was put him on the team. Really random, really weird. And then you got Thor. He's being restrained by Jane Foster, the new Valkyrie. And she's trying to keep him under control because he totally bought the obvious lie that she just said, that the Phoenix is actually Thor's mother. So that's more Jason Aaron. He wrote Thor for a long time and trying to flex and show he's the boss of Thor by retconning his origin even more. But whatever, it's very unimpressive, very unimpactful. And then really like that doesn't even look like Shauna and Black Widow again. It's like really weird art. But then you're getting these thought bubbles from a character that went down in the ocean last issue, I think. Oh, whoever could it be? And she just reaches out, lights up the Black Widow, and looks like the Phoenix power is leaving her. Phoenix power starts leaving Shauna as well, and I thought that are they both gonna fall into the ocean since they're flying and fighting over the ocean and drown? But we don't see anything like that. Whoever this new character is then goes to Moscow and does the same thing to She-Hulk and Submariner, except she clocks Submariner so hard it just knocks all the moisture out of Submariner, and he's just like, ugh. Oh my gosh. If you're a Submariner fan, this is not for you. If you like seeing Submariner get punked, then this is for you. Not super great, especially because Submariner is probably the coolest character in this book, and he's just written he's so lame in this. And so she pretty much tells him, like, hey, you better start crawling toward the ocean if you want to live. So she just totally, which, yeah, someone with the Phoenix power would be able to do that and take out people really easily. But how is she in control of the Phoenix? How does she have this power under her control so well already? And why does it always have to come at the expense of someone who could be very compelling? Maybe you could have had a really cooler moment instead of just trying to make this character flex and look cool by punking the Submariner. Same thing happens over here, except then the Phoenix, who is a woman now instead of a giant chicken, says some load of crap how she wishes she could spend more time with Thor, and then leaves. And then you get all this orange and red, and then there it is. There's the reveal. Spoiler alert, sorry if you haven't already known, the new Phoenix is Echo. Maya Lopez is her real name. I believe she is a Cheyenne Indian. I don't know why her name is Maya Lopez. That makes her sound very Latina to me, but I guess she could be both. She's the new Phoenix. I didn't even know who she was till I got a Daredevil comic. That's a few years old now, with her in it. I think she's a Daredevil villain, or not a villain. She's a Daredevil character. I don't know anything about her. No one knows anything about her. She's a bit of a D-lister. And so I don't know why you have this big Avengers story of them fighting each other to figure out who's going to be the new Phoenix. And it's not even an Avenger. In fact, it's a character no one really knows or cares about. So that was an extremely lackluster reveal. All the people who did like me, probably, and jumped on this because they wanted to see how it ended. They wanted to see the cool, epic, climactic battle, to see who would actually be in possession of this Phoenix power, and then it went to Echo. Echo? I don't even know what her powers are. Lame. You get this little bit of Jean Grey, who, if you're keeping up on the X-Men books, all the X-Men are being weirdos and living on the moon, and she has this telepathic little communication where she's pretty much sympathizing for Echo, telling her that the Phoenix seeks out people who are alone, so that she hopes that she doesn't feel alone or something. And then it's like, oh, thanks, Jean. Aren't you going to have any, aren't you gonna help? You're the one who's most experienced with this Phoenix stuff. You're the one who started all this mess. Aren't you gonna intervene? Aren't you gonna do something? I need a little more words of wisdom from that. And then she even has this dumb bit here telling the Phoenix, good luck and happy rebirth day. Man up, map. Oh my gosh, so lame. That probably sounded so cool in Jason Aaron's head. Then it got published, and now we're reading it, and that really happened. So I'm going to end it on here, on this note right here, where you have, if you didn't think that Jason Aaron was on a mission to cut Submariner's balls off anymore, just look at this. That is Submariner literally crawling on his hands and knees back to the ocean. Even his own minions, his own henchmen, are just looking at him with complete lack of respect. So if it's even bad perspective shot right here. You got Tiger Shark, who used to be a really cool looking villain, but now he looks like that. Just standing there, water's up to like their shins. Then I believe that's the orca, and he's probably a good foot away from them, and the water is up to his waist. That makes absolutely no sense. Really bad perspective on the artist's part. So yeah, not a fan of that. And that's how it ends. Next issue is going to be finally the King in Black tie-in issue, even though that event is wrapped up. Thanks a lot, Marvel, and all of your delays. So that was brutal. That was rough. I can't even say anything really good about this Lanil Yu cover just because of how off balance it is. I don't know what Captain Marvel is looking at when everyone else is looking at the person whose hand is on fire. But pretty much this is how you not write a comic. I haven't met a single person who is a fan of Jason Aaron's Avengers run. If you are that one person, please comment below. Please let me know what it is you like about Jason Aaron. Yeah, I'm a little critical of him. I've really disliked him since I was a kid and I got into comics, and he took over Ghost Rider from Daniel Way and immediately ran Ghost Rider, my favorite character, into the ground. And then he kept getting more gigs. He got Wolverine, which some people liked. Then he moved on to the Hulk, which a lot of people liked that one, at least at first. And then he wrote Thor for years, and I did not read his Thor, but I will someday, because I hear so much good things about it. And I'm sure he finally found his flavor with a good Thor book. Eventually he was on it too long and ran that into the ground. And then he got an exclusive deal with Marvel, which they don't give those out too often, those exclusive contracts. And now he's on the Avengers. He has been on the Avengers for a few years now. No one really likes his story arcs. He has these big build-ups, these big things that are really just rehashes of old stories. I would have liked to get in on that War of the Ghost Rider story he did, but it just looked so lame. I would have liked that little Moon Knight Khonshu war, but it just looked lame. I would have liked a battle over the Phoenix Force, but clearly that was just bad. That was just bad. Now we know that the thing he's going to start building up toward next is another rehash of a beloved story with a World War She-Hulk. So more of that, very typical Jason Aaron writing stuff. This is not how we beat manga. This is not how we start bringing in new readers. Not with things that look like this. Not with those kind of faces. I think Jason Aaron bites off more than he can chew with this. Don't think he can do a team book, and I think the quicker he gets off this series, the better. I'm sure he's under contract. He has to write a certain amount of the Avengers, but I think Marvel needs to recognize that his book is not selling. This is the Avengers flagship team. It should be selling like hotcakes, but it's not because it looks like crap and it's written very poorly. So this was just bad. Not a recommend. Please don't go buy this. Buy something else. Just not this. So I'm going to do you all a favor right now. Thanks for watching. Bye.